welcome to Fantasy Writing Part 6. This is the 6th part of Time Capsule Education's online fantasy writing story project for lockdown kids during COVID 2020. If you haven't seen the other 5 parts and the other bits, if this is the first one of these videos you've seen, you go and have a look at these. 5 previous parts and writing tips 1 and 2 and some other videos as well. They're all on our Story Chest channel. I'm going to wait for you to catch up now. Go and watch all the others. Excellent, well done. Well, if you've watched all of those videos already, then great. And if you've only just watched them, you must be exhausted. But this is part 6 of the story. So in part 6 then, we're going to move the story on. I'm going to do a different piece of writing. We're going to have a piece of action today. If you remember from part 5, if you've just watched it, it should be fresh in your memory. If it was a little while ago, you'll remember that the characters in our story have been to the temple to the Green Mother in the centre of the city of London, have met a priestess there, and she had given them this old ancient relic. This bottle is going to be used to transport holy water from a spring that our characters are going to have to go and find near the town of Aylesbury, and they would be able to take the holy water back to their village and cure all their villagers of this terrible plague. The only problem is that our characters aren't very careful with this after they've left the temple, and shortly afterwards it gets lost. That's up to you how that happens. It might be in a bag and the bag gets put down. It might be dropped. It might be stolen straight from them. But what they do end up seeing is they end up seeing somebody else running off with it. And today we're going to write that chase across the city. Let's go and have a look at some of the town where the story takes place. It's just over there. Come on, let's go over here. Here we are, back in the town. Busy, beasts and animals making their way to work into the market, and we are going to have a chase right through all of this. So, what do we need first of all? We need somebody to chase. Here we are then. Here is our thief. Or he might not be a thief, he might just be an opportunistic mouse who found the bag with your ancient blue bottle in it purely by accident. Now he knows that you are onto him, and he's going to make his way as quickly as he can through the town. Look, you can see he's carrying the bottle in the sack on his back, and as a mouse he can move very quickly. His name is Pipkin Swiftfingers because he's a cut purse and a pickpocket. Today he can't believe his luck. Pipkin wonders how much money he can make for this ancient looking bottle. Somebody must want to buy it, surely. So he's going to take it and see if he can hide it away, and then at some point sell it on. Your characters realise that Pipkin must have the bottle, and they pursue him down the lane, past an allotment. He heads towards the marketplace. He's running as quickly as he can, hoping to get somewhere busy where there are lots of other creatures, so he might be able to lose you in the crowd. It's noisy and busy in the marketplace, and he nips in between all the different beasts that are there. Mice can get under things and through things very quickly, and unless you're careful, you're going to lose him. Already he's making his way through the crowds. Quick, get after him. There he goes, heading towards the stairs, towards the graveyard. If he gets in there, you might be able to lose you completely amongst the graves. There's another exit too. He runs up the stairs, into the graveyard, past the statue, all the time looking over his shoulder, because he probably realises by now that he's being chased by other angry looking beasts, and he's going to have to try and hide. Maybe he hides behind the statue here and hopes that he's lost his pursuers. But when he realises that all is lost and they're still on his tail, he leaves the graveyard by this back staircase and he keeps running for it. Back out onto the main street. Maybe he tries to hitch a ride on this beer cart full of barrels. Or he narrowly avoids getting run over it as it goes down the road. But he makes it across the road, possibly into the backyard of the tavern, the Rising Sun. He runs through the yard, past the empty barrels, up and over and down into the back alley behind the pub. He makes his way back towards the main street. Losing himself amongst all the other beasts would probably be better than anything else. Comes running out of the alley and narrowly misses getting squashed by the recently arrived wagons of Dr. Scallion's travelling show. But he manages to nip right past them, all the way across to the forge. When he's clear at the forge, he thinks he's safe enough to cross the street. He heads towards the well. Now you have to decide how and when you're going to catch him. And when you catch him, because you've got to catch him, you've got to get the bottle back. When you've caught him, you have to decide what happens to him. Does he give the bottle up easily? Do you let him off? He's quite a useful kind of creature. Do you even let him come along with you, join you on your adventure? You'll have to decide how it all finishes. So there you go. This is a pretty simple idea for a piece of writing. Again, this is only an episode in our story, so it doesn't have to be set up. You don't have to worry about the beginning bit. You're carrying straight on from last time. It's an exciting part. It should be fast moving. You're going to use short sentences. We're looking for some interesting vocabulary, adverbs and exciting verbs to capture the chase. You're going to have to think carefully about how it's going to finish. Don't be too rough on Pipkin when you catch up with him. That's not really fair. It could all have just been a simple misunderstanding. Think very carefully about how you're going to end up. Don't make it too much of a charging chase. The last thing you want him to do is drop the bottle and smash it. That was part 6. We're nearly there. We're almost at the end of the story. Next time, part 7, we're going to get you out into the wilds, into the forests around the town of Owlsbury. We're going to try and find the Holy Spring. Defeat the last baddies maybe. And then I'm going to leave it up to you as to how the story finishes completely. Do your heroes get back to their village on time to save the day? Or do they get back and it's too late and all their families have already perished? See you next time on part 7 of Fantasy Story Writing. Bye for now.